Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today I would like to present our proposal for our organization with Alliance for Prevention Disease and Response (ADPR). So first, I would like to present about introduction. My name is Muhammad BAHARUN. So for the founder for ADPR, it's founded by Mr. Musamah bin Abdul Majid in 2009. He recruited some specialists in 2014, and after that ADPR went full operation in 2016. So for the vision of our organization is be leading nation organization in health service by helping and providing the community in need. So for the mission for our organization is to promote health, keep community safe and serve the vulnerable. So for objective for our organization, we have 3 objectives. The first one is to ensure that more people have better understanding about the importance of health, to support people's participation in a healthy lifestyle, to prevent vulnerable groups from being affected by the outbreak. So for organization slogan, which is true wealth is health. And for agency profile, our organization name is Alliance for Disease Prevention and Response (APR). This is our address, our telephone number and email. So for subcontractor, we have 2 subcontractor, which is Liberty Insurance Berhad, Matic Concept Holding Berhad. So for the supplier, we have 2 suppliers, Ingra Medical Laboratory International Berhad and Dalam Event Space. So for involvement for our organization, in 2014, we have organizing polio immunization campaign at Nilai. 2015, we are collaborating with SMK Semanjaya doing Teacher Day about smoking campaign. 2013, we celebrate collaboration with Ministry of Health about blood donation campaign during National Day. In 2018, we organizing healthy and balanced food campaign at Bandar Melaka. And next, 2019, we collaboration with UiTM Seremban about e-cigarette vape campaign to create an awareness among students. So for organization, from President Mr. Musamah, Vice President Ms. Zainab, Project Manager Mr. AQIL, Human Resource Mr. ISKANDAR, Finance Mr. RAFIQ, Marketing Mr. Haykal, Logistics Mr. AMIR. So for team member role, the President supervising all function of the organization. Vice President assists the role of President. Human Resource handle staffing, recruitment and termination. Finance develop budget for organization. Marketing devise and manage local marketing initiative. Logistics finding out how to get the product or service to the public. Okay, next for project work objective, the first objective is to provide awareness to the public about danger of infectious disease. So we like to spread about the danger of COVID-19 and how to handle them. The second objective is to give advice and endorsement to the society about adapting the new norm of standard operating procedure to stop the spread of COVID-19. So we would like to make sure that society know about how they would like to adapt the new norm during this COVID-19 pandemic. The third objective is to protect the public, to empower the public to protect themselves, family as well as society, to give them the power on how to protect their family as well as society from the danger of COVID-19. The fourth objective is to deliver right information to the people related to the COVID-19 to the medium of communication. So we would like to make sure there are no fake information go to the public about COVID-19.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad ISKANDAR bin HAMZAH. I will present several parts in management and section. Firstly, for the project organizational chart, Mr. AQIL has been appointed as a project manager in COVID Buster campaign. He is responsible for planning and overseeing project to ensure team members are completed on time within the budget. He is accountable to handle the overall project, ensuring project meet deadlines and coordinating staff and internal resources to ensure the success of the project. Next, which is Mr. RAFIQ, as a public relation manager. He will coordinating public relation activities, develop marketing communication plan, create content for press release and communicate, monitor and analyze public relation results. For event manager, Mr. Haykal is the person that holds this position. His responsibility is planning event from start until finish, preparing budget need for event need, negotiate with the supplier event, hiring and choosing committee and giving suggestion on event improvement. Furthermore, due to the vast expertise, Mr. AMIR appointed to be multimedia manager and financial manager. He will manage multi-platform communication, responsible in managing technical part, relating multimedia, and managing media campaign, and also monitor financial operation. He will prepare financial report and manage financial accounting. And lastly, Mr. Iskandar, which is me, myself, has been appointed as an advertising manager. I will develop marketing strategies, deploying a marketing campaign, create advertising plan and content, and testing advertising idea. Okay, next we proceed with the work breakdown structure, or known as WBS. WBS is hierarchical tree or of an item to be accomplished. It is the second step to determine what the activity need to be performed. As you can see, our project is COVID Buster campaign. It has been divided into 6 main activities. For the level 1, which are advertising, social media, public relation, direct marketing technique, community engagement, and online. Furthermore, there are 30 breakdown activities for the level 2 and 150 activities for level 3. As you can see, it has been followed as stated in RFP. I will explain the activity in detail, and we start with the advertising. So, for the advertising, first it starts with the billboard. It will state the daily cases and indicate the red zone. And next is bus. We will advertise using the bus, such as full red advertising. And we also using train. We will use the digital screen in the train and overhead panel in the train. And actual, we will locate it in the Palmore, bus stop, Sunbundle Park. And lastly is banner. We will show the social distancing practice and list of the vaccination center. So we proceed with the social media. The activity, we use the Twitter. For the first, we will quote tweet for the health agency. We will use the poll for the COVID awareness and video posts of the tips to stay safe. And next, we use Facebook. We will provide the Facebook gaming, such as Scrabble COVID words to create the awareness to the society, and live streaming with the Dr. Nur Hisham on system of COVID. And next, for the Instagram, we will use the features in the Instagram, such as HTV, and conduct tour at the quarantine center to give the clear understanding to the society. And we also post the people that successfully vaccinated. And we also use the YouTube platform, and we will post the videos such as vlog on the vaccination day, animated COVID-19 prevention video, or hands, face and space video, making home count video. And lastly, for the TikTok, is suitable for the young generation. such as we create a challenge, stay at home challenge, the distance dance, and the anti-fake news video. And next, for the last one is online. Through the online, we will create the official website as the direct link to the COVID-19 information website, guide the SOP guideline, we will use the podcast, online forum, and for the activity that we created, we will pay for the supplier using the online payment, and give payment to the influencer and the supplier, and we will terminate the event through the online, which is through the online meeting. We will ask the team members feedback, make a final presentation, audit the budget and the performance, and make a final report. Okay, so that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Haykal bin Yusni. Okay, so for the responsibility matrix portrays the involvement by several people in completing tasks or deliverables for a project or a business process. It is necessary to assign the work on the project so that there will be one person responsible for each part of the project, and it is clear who performs the work, with whom should it be consulted, and who is to be informed of the activity. So the responsibility matrix use the P letter and S letter to designate primary and support responsibility for each work package. Only one person should designate it. Only one person should be assigned with the primary or lead work package. Okay, so for the responsibility matrix, we have divided into a few columns, which is ID, description, and for the person in charge, which is AQIL, ISKANDAR, RAFIQ, Haykal, and AMIR. For example, for the advertising, the primary is ISKANDAR, so that ISKANDAR is the one who is responsible for this activity, and followed by AQIL, RAFIQ, Haykal, and AMIR for the support of the work. And same goes to the social media. The primary of this project is Haykal, and followed by the others as the support of the program. And same with the third activity, the fourth and the fifth, and we end the responsibility matrix with termination. Thank you. So for the next part is network diagram, and why is network diagram is being used in this project is because it will direct a forward pass through a system to decide the early start and the early finish. So when we finish the forward pass, we can know which action will be the last one to finish. Okay, so from the network diagram that we have created, we can see that the display of daily cases is the predecessor for remind to wearing face mask and show COVID-19 hotline number. So this is our flow of the each task to be completed, and our critical path started during the 183rd activity until the last activity, which is 187 campaign postmortem. Okay, so the next part is Gantt chart and project milestone. So from the generated Gantt chart, the start of the project of the COVID Buster is on the 1st September 2021 and will be ended in 30th August 2023. So from the Gantt chart also we can observe that the duration, the predecessor, and the resource names have been put. For example, the COVID Buster activity, the main activity, it will take 521 days, and you can see on the fifth activity, reminder to wearing face mask, The predecessor of this activity is activity 4, which is display of daily cases. And the resource names is the person in charge of every activity in this Gantt chart. And last but not least is we can see in the project milestone there is no red part which indicating a problem in completing our task. So the project milestone had reflected a very positive side of this activity, and it can be completed without any difficulties. Thank you. Okay, so the next part is Gantt chart and project milestone. So from the generated Gantt chart, the start of the project of the COVID Buster is on the 1st September 2021 and will be ended in 30th August 2023. So from the Gantt chart also we can observe that the duration, the predecessor and the resource names have been put. For example, the COVID Buster activity, the main activity, it will take 521 days, and you can see on the fifth activity, reminder to wearing face mask. The predecessor of this activity is activity 4, which is display of daily cases, and the resource names is the person in charge of every activity in this Gantt chart. And last but not least is we can see in the project milestone there is no red part which indicating a problem in completing our task. So the project milestone had reflected a very positive side of this activity, and it can be completed without any difficulties. Thank you.
Next, we see to the technical session. In technical session, we found a number of problems and challenges that is need to face by our company. The first challenges is involving of the topic of embracing new norms in Malaysia. New norm is a strategic terms that are introduced by the government in the 2020 to combat the spread of COVID-19. The strategy includes social distancing, wearing face masks, regular sanitizers, especially hand area, and work from home. COVID-19 is an pandemic that growing at an alarming rate, posing a serious threat to individuals who do not follow these protocols. Since we couldn't observe the virus to the people, so we could not decide how the people embracing the new norm. Second challenges that are faced by our is to engage oneself in self-lockdown. Self-lockdown is an act of a self-voluntary separation that is be done by the personnel. Since we do not have the authority to done the forced lockdown to the people, so we cannot assist on the government on that. But we be able to assist government in offering alternative programs that will encourage people to be more cautious and educate them about adapting new norms. The first recommendation that we come out to fight the challenges is increasing people awareness through online. Our organization had developed many online activities to increase the awareness of how dangerous the pandemic of COVID-19 is. We developed an online forum by using the existing applications such as Reddit and discussing on the relevant issue regarding social distancing. The second suggestion is we go through reach out. We will come out the reach out with the help of Seremban City Council. Done the event focused in the heavily populated residential area like flat house area and suburban neighborhoods in Seremban. The benefit of our recommendation is residents in Seremban can maintain a healthy lifestyle and even during the COVID-19 pandemic because we managed to educate them. The second is they can get the accurate, precise information regarding the COVID-19 pandemic. And the third, financial burden of the Seremban people will reduce in short period because we provide them with basic equipment such as hand sanitizer and face mask. And also it will adapt the new norm in living with our guidance to ensure they are practicing the right thing.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad RAFIQ bin RAMLI. So we will discuss on the cost section. Cost section is very important because it shows the allocation of financial in conducting this project. This cost section is managed by our financial manager, which is Mr. AMIR ALIUDDIN. Firstly, is a labor cost. It is including the managerial labor, which is our project manager, deputy project manager, leaders department and indirect labor. This will cost around 595,200 ringgit Malaysia. Secondly, materials, which is a material that we use to promote our campaign. Therefore, there are few advertisements such as billboard, brochure, shells, banner, clothing, leaflets and calendar materials will be incurred in this section. It costs around 25,000 ringgit Malaysia. Thirdly, is collaboration fees that include a few expertise in health field, news, radio and television station as to promote our campaign. The total cost for collaboration fee is around 19,000 ringgit Malaysia. Next, for the subcontraction and consultant, it incurred 25,000 ringgit Malaysia, which is the item is for the insurance and for the catering. Next, the equipment is another important part for our campaign as it is to follow the standard operational procedure SOP and to encourage people to aware the importance of shield to avoid themselves from COVID-19. The total cost for equipment is around 34,000 ringgit Malaysia. As for the facilities rental, it is about the location or a building that we rent. Therefore, it will cost 120,000 ringgit Malaysia. As for the logistic, it is including the transportation, packaging and storage, and our warehouse. These three items is incurred 14,000 ringgit Malaysia. Lastly is the contingency, whereby it will be used if there is unexpected things happen in this project. It will incur around 150,000 ringgit Malaysia. Therefore, the total overall for the cost section is around 982,200 ringgit Malaysia. Next, I will proceed with the risk analysis. It is a process of identifying and analyzing the obstacle that may affect our project to be running smoothly. In determine the risk, we use a risk assessment matrix where we determine the risk, the consequences of the risk to happen, chance of occurrence, impact of risk to the project, early prevention strategy, person in charge, and lastly the contingency plan. So the first risk is lack of manpower. It will cause the work quality become low, employees' responsibility will be increased, and the project hold up. The chance of occurrence is medium, while the impact is high. As for the early prevention strategy, we revise the number of workers frequently, build a strong relationship with workers, and enhance the attendance system. Person that will in charge in this risk is myself, AMIRUL RAFIQ. As for the contingency plan outlined by our organization, it is to analyze the turnover rate for each year, hire multitasking worker, and hire supervisor to assist the worker. For the second risk is lack of commitment and responsibility. This will cause wasting resources and delay of achieving project objective. The chance of occurrence is medium, while for the impact is high for the project. So for the early prevention strategy, we will evaluate the employees' performance, and explain the expectation clearly. The person who in charge in this risk is AMIR, and for the contingency plan, we will provide proper training for the workers and supply proper resources for them to use. For the third risk is lack of participation from public. This will cause of waste of resources, delay of project schedule, and incurred more budget. For the chance of occurrence is medium, and the impact also medium. For early prevention strategy, we will review the facilities provider, it is suit for public to use or not, increase marketing in public, and revise the activity location. The person that in charge in this risk is AQIL, and for the contingency plan, we will provide an incentive to motivate the public itself and prepare for alternative activity to enhance the participation from the public. For the fourth risk is inefficiency of data management. It will cause a misallocate of data and data missing. Chance of occurrence is medium, and impact for the project also medium. For early prevention strategy, we will revise the data that has been entered and key in a new or update the data. Person in charge in this risk is Haykal. For contingency plan, we will hold a meeting to check the data. For the second plan is to measure the understanding based on the data received. For the last risk is delay of payment. Delay of payment will cause a fail to achieve financial goals and delay of project process. For the chance of occurrence, it is a medium, and for the impact towards the project, also medium. For early prevention strategy, we will specify a due date for the payment and provide an easier method of payment. Person that will in charge in this risk is ISKANDAR, and regarding the contingency plan, we will provide emergency fund, and lastly, we will develop a detailed financial analysis.
Lastly, we look at the control system. In control system, we use 6 processes that will help us in the execution of the project. First is estimating, budgeting, and value management system, control, scheduling, and performance management baseline. The process operates by delegating responsibility for the smooth operation of the system or event to the management of person working. The total allocation for the project is 1 million ringgit. The project will start at 1st September 2021 and finish at 30th August 2023. The overall budget estimated is at 982,000 ringgit. The balance of the total allocation will help us to improve the service and execute other necessary things. The control system starts with the project implementation, the process scope of what has to be accomplished, and then the project will be completed, all while adhering to the timeline and team management. The project will be carried out according to the strategy that have been devised by the management. To determine whether the project is success or not, a 2-stage investigation will be held to see the success of the project. The first is involving research. The research which is used to find any existing problems that happen during the project and use the result of the research to improve it. The second stage is by reviewing of the overall project. The second stage will happen after the project have been concluded, which is usually after the deadline expire at the end of the year. There is a critical issue that need to be addressed for our project, and that is the duration of the project implementation. It includes the time before and during and after the project. The reason is because Each of the proposed project had their own time frame and fixed budget that has been decided by the management. In order for the project to be finished and scheduled, the project manager must ensure all the corrective measures can be accomplished.